2015 C400 models. It's the best time of year to get behind the wheel of a Mercedes-Benz. Spring forward to your local retailer or visit mercedes-benz.ca today.
Boy, that's an old reel.
It's a classic. Anyway, what's the big difference between new or old gear?
My turn. You can go to Sale.
Sailing? I'd rather stay here fishing.
Not sailing. Sale, the outdoor superstore. March 14th to 18th at Sale. Spring it to Adventure Sale. Get minimum 15% off a wide selection of equipment, including fishing items like reels and rods.
Now that is one long cast. Sale. Clothing, outdoor gear, hunting, and fishing. No sailing. Details in our proudly Canadian-owned stores and at sale.ca.
Big City News Time, 7:18.
Well, the British government says it is awaiting an official response from Russia now following the poisoning of a former Russian spy and his daughter.
Parliament, Prime Minister Theresa May.
On Wednesday, we will consider in detail the response from the Russian state. Should there be no credible response, we will conclude that this action amounts to an unlawful use of force by the Russian state against the United Kingdom.
Some in Moscow are already calling May's allegations a circus show. Putin, through a translator, is in blinking and is staring down the British lady.
Get to the bottom of things there first, then we'll discuss it.
Tom Rivers, ABC News, London.
U.S. President Donald Trump is going to be making his first visit to California today since taking office.
The last time President Trump was here in San Diego, this is a movement, folks, was at a rally in May of 2016. Then candidate Trump was met by large crowds of supporters and opponents. To move in to separate both sides. Today, coming to California with his openly defied Trump, police are on guard and ready as the president addresses Marines and is expected to visit the border wall prototypes on the edge of the U.S. Alex Stone, ABC News, San Diego.
On the way, in 60 seconds to look at traffic and weather together.
Big City News Time, 7:20.
Whoa, a lot of kids in the parking lot today. Might be tough getting out.
View of the 2018 Ford Explorer. With its available 180-degree front camera, you'll see in areas with low visibility when parked, with added visibility at low speed.
Oh, like my first great teacher. She had eyes at the sides of her head.
And you won't have to stand in a corner. Yes, now the 0% APR purchase financing for up to 50 months, plus a $1,000 leadership bonus on most new 2018 Ford SUVs. With such innovation, it's easy to get into a Ford. Visit your Ford store or findyourford.ca.
At Invesco, we understand that you don't simply invest in mutual funds or ETFs. You invest in a belief that life is what you make it. You're fully invested in getting more out of life. You put your capital into never settling for average. The same belief drives Invesco. It's who we are. A company with a pure focus on investments, sweeping perspective, and no ceiling on ambition. We believe that good enough is never enough. At Invesco, we are invested in the futures of our clients. Talk to your financial advisor or visit Invesco.ca.
Big City News Time, 7:21.
Done more traffic and weather together on one brought to you by National Engineering Month. Airborne up in Skymaster 1, Daryl Dahmer.
Good news, West 401 to Warden and northward to West 401. Both those ramps have reopened. We still have delays, so west on the 401. And this is, let's take it from Brimley to Kennedy and the Collectors, Victoria Park and the Express over towards the Don Valley 404 Express ramp. Then delays west 401, Leslie Express, Young Collectors over to west of Young. And new problems on the west 401 here, Ontario ramp in the right lane. We got a collision problem on the shoulder, also a vehicle in the ditch. Good news, south Don Valley, south of the 401. Those problems are gone. Yourself out of the 404. Getting busy to Major McKenzie, delayed south of Finch into the Shepherd Collectors to the 401 ramp, and south 404 heavy going. Approaching Shepherd Express out of the Don Valley to south of York Mills to slow down through Lawrence from the 680 Traffic Center George Turn.
A new problem southbound on the 427, south of the 401 and the Express. The left lane is blocked with a collision. It's backing up from the 401 to south of it at this time. Eastbound on the QEW, delays approaching Mississauga Road to Dixie. Eastbound on the Gardner Expressway, slowing from just east of Royal York on and off to east of Dufferin. Traveling southbound on the 410, looking a lot better now. It's busy through Williams Parkway to Queen, and then delays south of Derry towards the eastbound 401 ramp. Did you know March is National Engineering Month? There's a place for you in engineering and engineering technology. Learn more at nemontario.ca. With the forecast, meteorologist Jill Taylor.
We've got the light flurries in the northern GTA that extend to Toronto, and we'll have the flurries at times today for tonight, and our guaranteed high 3 with the northwest wind to about 40 kilometers per hour, -3 for the low. Now, still windy tonight, even stronger tomorrow out of the northwest to about 50 kilometers per hour. Tomorrow's high 2 degrees and a chance of flurries. 4 on Thursday, rather cloudy, and then we're getting to some clearing Friday, but quite chilly. Friday's high just -1. Sunshine and milder for the weekend. By Sunday, up to +7. Right now, it feels like -9 with the wind out of the northwest at 18 kilometers per hour. It's mostly cloudy, -3 at Pearson, -2 at 680 News. Some light flurries downtown. Our guaranteed high today, +3. And because we made the weather guaranteed yesterday, the jackpot is now $19,900.
Coming up at 7:30, our Carl Hansky's out in Little Italy this morning, where an SUV is lodged in the front of a house today, and the hunt is on for a couple of suspects.
Big City News Time, 7:23.
Is your basement repulsive? The cold concrete floor, the lonely light bulbs, exposed wiring and ductwork, it's unfinished. You know what you want down there. What if you could have it in 3 weeks? Totally done, guaranteed. We're AGM Basements, the GTA leader in basement renovation. I like it a lot. We're here so you can love your basement. No, but seriously, 3 weeks.
Mornings are busy, but instead of slowing them down, we aim to speed them up.
With the most up-to-date traffic reports every 10 minutes.
On 680 News. And this portion of 680 News brought to you today by Ready Honda. Well, Sports Illustrated has the Raptors as the #1 team in all of basketball right now in its latest power rankings. The team looking for its 9th win in a row tonight, yet some of the experts aren't quite sold on our team. Our Jeff Verhoeven is here with what an old nemesis had to say. Jeff, 15 wins in the last 16 games, including beating the #1 team in the NBA, the Houston Rockets, ending that team's 17-game winning streak. The Raps are first in the conference. DeMar DeRozan just won the Player of the Week honor for the 5th time. Same number as James Harden, who experts say will probably be the MVP, a legit NBA championship threat. And yet, Paul Pierce, now an analyst, isn't sold.
I'll go off what I've seen. I've seen them have successful regular seasons, and then when the playoffs start, they get upset. A la Paul Pierce in Brooklyn. Paul Pierce in Washington.
Did you use third person twice?
Okay, you know what, Paul Pierce, I tell you what I think of you, but my mother is listening. Tip-off tonight is for the Raptors is 7:30 against the Brooklyn Nets. Jeff Verhoeven, 680 News.
680 News Time, 7:25.
Wow! Now get Air Miles Reward Miles on all your purchases at Ready Honda in Mississauga during the Honda Dream Garage event. Lease the totally redesigned AJAC Car of the Year, the 2018 Honda Accord LX Sedan manual transmission at Ready Honda for only $78 weekly at 2.99% APR for 60 months with $0 down and $0 security deposit. Vehicle license fee, HST, and extra wear and tear are extra.
I'm Bob Redinger, president of Ready Honda. Stop by and find out why thousands of people say, I love my Ready Honda.
March break is here, which means family adventure time. And Rogers can help you stay connected with the phone made for adventure, iPhone 8. It's got an amazing camera for taking memorable vacation photos. Plus, it's water resistant. And right now, you can get iPhone 8 64 gigabytes at Rogers for $0 on select 2-year Share Everything plans. Hurry in to the Just For You event at Rogers today. This incredible offer ends soon. 680 News Time, 7:26.
Now it's on for the 680 News Business Report, live to the Business Center, and Mike Evell. Morning, Mike.
Morning, Steve. A global economic think tank is weighing in on the U.S. plans to impose tariffs on steel and aluminum imports. The Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development out with its latest assessment of the global health of the economy, saying this morning that trade protectionism remains a key risk that would negatively affect confidence, investment, and jobs. As they'll reference to U.S. President Donald Trump's decision to impose tariffs without resorting to international arbitration. Canada and Mexico are exempt for the near term. Obviously, NAFTA talks continue. OECD saying that it still expects world economic growth to accelerate to 4% this year and next from the 3.7% economic growth rate for GDP in 2017. Through the morning, they'll also have their national breakdown of economic risks and growth forecasts. That'll include Canada. That'll be coming up later today. The TSX on Bay Street coming off a winning Monday. Good start to the week, up 27 points to 15,604. TSX still below break even for the year, but putting in a little bit of near-term strength here, led by metal and mining stocks in Monday's trade and the newer economy, medical, marijuana producers moving to the upside as well. Wall Street was mixed with the Dow Jones down 157. The NASDAQ was up for a 7th day in a row and in another record as shares of Amazon, Apple, and Microsoft all net records in yesterday's trading activity. So far this morning, we've got Apple at another all-time high pre-market, $182, and that puts its market cap at $923 billion. Could be the first to hit that $1 trillion threshold at some point. It is currently the world's most valuable company. Amazon is getting closer. It's at $1,608 per share, probably going to be looking at a stock split at some point, and has a market cap at around $725 billion U.S. Price for oil steady, $61.35. Gold is down a couple of dollars at $1,319 an ounce. We've got the Canadian dollar ahead of the U.S. inflation data due later this morning. Dollar gallon 10 to the cent at 77.72. At the Business Center, I'm Mike Uphold.
So we thought about it. With these high mutual fund fees, our returns are just too low, and we've decided to move our RSPs. It's your money, but it's probably not the best move. Not the best move for who? For me and my family? Or for you?
It's time to ask tough questions about your money. Retire wealthier with Questrade. Visit Questrade.com to learn more. Questrade. Keep more of your money.
When you aspire to driving a Mercedes-Benz, you've already made the decision that you want nothing but the best. And that's why your next decision should be Mercedes-Benz Newmarket.
Right now at Mercedes-Benz Newmarket Spring Sales Event, for a limited time, get a 3-month payment waiver and 0.9% financing on select models. Conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Mercedes-Benz Newmarket at Mulock, just west of the 404. Nothing but the best.
It's time for the 680 News Vacation Traveler's Forecast, brought to you by redtag.ca. Early booking bonus on now with redtag.ca. Receive a $100 prepaid Visa card when you book your spring or summer vacation. Book today at redtag.ca.
Poco sunny and 30 degrees. Mexico City sunny and 28. It's going to be sunshine and a few clouds right now actually in Havana and 23. And plenty of sunshine in Vegas and 25 degrees. Right now downtown, there is no sunshine. It's minus 3 degrees and some light snow. 680 News Time, 7:30.
Number one for news in Toronto. This is 680 News.
Here are Paul Coach and Catherine Zatay. Good morning. It's Tuesday, March 13th.
And good morning. In for Paul Cook, I'm Steve Roberts. Here's what's making news right now. A rude awakening for some residents in Little Italy when an SUV crashes through their front window. Also is the chicken, though. The two people in the vehicle took off.
Air Canada says ongoing computer issues will slow down passengers traveling through Pearson Airport today. Spring is just a week away, but the snow monster isn't finished yet. Another nor'easter slamming into the U.S. Northeast, and it's affecting flights here.
Prime Minister Trudeau talked steel trade this morning in Hamilton, where steel workers breathe a sigh of relief that Canada has been temporarily spared from cross-border tariffs. Raptors put their 8-game winning streak against the Nets in Brooklyn tonight, and in Monterey, it's the second leg of the CONCACAF quarterfinals for TFC. Sports at 45.
U.S. inflation data will be moving the markets coming up this morning. Qualcomm stock slumping 6% pre-market after the Trump administration blocks the Broadcom deal. Business at 56. Time 7:31.
Time for 680 News, traffic and weather together on the one for your local BMW dealer. Up we go to time after 1. Here's Daryl Dahmer.
Yeah, they're getting heavy on the 400 southbound to 88, and then southbound of the 400, delays to the King Road, also at the bottom end of the eastbound 401 ramp. Eastbound lanes to the 401, not bad to note, and busy east of Winston Churchill to east of Mavis. East 401 heavy going, east to the 410 to South Airport and the collectors. Another delay on the 401 eastbound approaching the 427. The collectors to the South 427 ramp, and then eastbound on the 401 busy at 427 to Western Road and Express, east of 400 and the collectors from the 680 traffic center short curve.
Both southbound 427 south of the 401 in the Express. The left lane remains blocked because of a collision. It's backed up from approaching the 401 to south of it. It's also backed up on the 401 ramp heading onto the southbound 427. Southbound 410 delays now from Sandalwood to Beauvert and busy from Williams Parkway to Queen, and then backed up as you head onto the eastbound 401 ramp. Eastbound QEW delays approaching Mississauga Road to Dixie, and eastbound on the Gardner slow from Royal York through to approaching Parkside and then approaching Jameson to Dufferin. Power through winter with BMW X-Drive all-wheel drive is your local BMW retailer.
Well, the countdown is on. Spring is just 1 week away, but it's more like winter today with the flurries at times. Our guaranteed high, 3 degrees, -3 for the low. More flurries tonight and a chance again tomorrow. Right now it feels like -9 with the wind out of the northwest, a strong northwest wind, especially tomorrow. Mostly cloudy, -3 at Pearson, -3 at 680 News. Some light snow downtown. Our guaranteed high today, +3.
680 News Time, 7:33.
Residents in Little Italy are doing a double take this morning where an SUV remains wedged in the front of a house near College and Bathurst after an overnight crash.
680's Carl Hansky is at the scene on Mansfield Avenue, and he joins us live with what he's seeing. Carl.
Steve, there's now a huge hole in the front of the row house here on Mansfield Avenue thanks to an SUV that ended up partially inside the living room. Homeowner Danny says the tenants inside heard a huge boom around 12:30 this morning.
The whole house was shaking all day.
The whole house shook and vibrated, and they were like, what is that?
They don't know. They're sleeping. Everybody's sleeping, and they just what happened, like an earthquake, is it?
A four-wheeled earthquake. It appears a brand new white Audi SUV didn't turn at the T intersection here, went straight up onto the lawn, through the front porch, and crashed through the living room window. There were 8 tenants in the rental house at the time. None were hurt. The 2 people in the SUV, male and female, got out, ran off. Reporting live on Mansfield Avenue, Little Italy. Carl Hansky, 680 News.
680 News Time, 7:34. Air Canada has issued a travel alert this morning for Pearson Airport after a massive computer outage led to chaos at all the check-in counters yesterday. The airline says there are ongoing computer problems. Tammy Sutherland of Breakfast Television is at the airport with the latest.
Air Canada responding to us this morning saying that they cleared up most of the backlog from the cancellations and the mass delays that they experienced yesterday. They cleared up that backlog last night, but some of it has spilled over to today. So what they're letting travelers know, if you are heading out on an Air Canada flight, definitely check your flight status as you should normally. But Air Canada also is just changing and amending their cancellation policy so that you can change your flight without having to pay an extra fee.
It's unclear when the issues will be resolved.
680 News Time, 7:35. Well, it's not the only thing that could affect your travel plans today. 680's Jamie Pulfer is here live now, tracking a system that is once again threatening parts of the eastern U.S. and the Maritimes. Jamie.
Yeah, Steve, we had some snow here this morning. It was nothing, though, compared to the misery of the U.S. Northeast, where there's now a third nor'easter in less than 2 weeks. More than 40 million people under a winter storm watches and warnings from New York to New England, with Boston bearing the brunt of this monster, according to the city's mayor.
It feels like we haven't really seen this type of storm since 2015. We've had storms in 16 and 17 and a couple this year, but it seems like this one is going to be a big one.
The storm morphing into bomb cyclone status with a severe drop in atmospheric pressure, bringing heavy snow and hurricane force winds. Up to 60 centimeters expected, according to CNN meteorologist Chad Myers.
You know, I think Punxsutawney Phil really has run the gambit. I think we're done here. I hope he's done. You know, by my watch, that was 6 weeks. He said 6 more weeks. I don't want 7.
Spring officially arrives next Tuesday. Until then, 1,000 flights canceled in the U.S. at Pearson Airport. More than 100 flights affected, mostly due to this storm. It also means more snow for the Maritimes. Environment Canada with watches and warnings for Halifax, New Brunswick, and PEI. Reporting live, Jamie Pulfer, 680 News. 680 News Time, 7:36. The Prime Minister is in the region today talking steel. Justin Trudeau plans to meet with workers in Hamilton this morning following recent concern over the proposed U.S. tariffs on steel and aluminum. 680's political affairs specialist John Stahl is here with more on Trudeau's tour and his appearance on American TV last night. John?
Yes, he went on with CNN's Anderson Cooper last night to discuss a range of trade-related issues, including the concern over tariffs on steel and aluminum that Trudeau explained would hurt steel workers in both Canada and the U.S., given how integrated the economies of both countries are.
We have always been incredibly integrated. Canadian aluminum is in your fighter jets. Canadian steel is in your tanks. There is no better security partner in the world to the United States than Canada is.
again did speak with President Trump late yesterday by phone to thank him for the special consideration given to Canadian steel, at least for the time being, while NAFTA talks continue. He'll visit the Stelco and DeFacto plants in Hamilton this morning in support of those steel workers and brief the industry executives before heading up to Sault Ste. Marie later this afternoon, and then on to Regina tonight. That's the political desk. I'm John Stoll.
680 News Time 7:37. Well, the TTC's ability to enforce East Zone fares is poor, at least from an internal report. Here's 680's Maura Carney.
The report obtained by the Toronto Star outlines a number of policies and logistical issues that are hampering the transit agency's ability to stop riders from evading fares, something that costs them tens of millions of dollars a year. Problems include the introduction of free fares for children under 12, all-door boarding, and malfunctioning handheld devices used by fare inspectors to check Presto cards. The TTC's Brad Ross telling the Star, though, there's no evidence the new programs have contributed to fare evasion, and they stand by the new policies. The introduction of Presto was expected to address some of the gaps in the fare system, but a policy approved in 2016 that would require all riders aged 10 to 19 to carry an agency-issued photo ID with their Presto cards has yet to be implemented. I'm Maura Carney. Coming up at 7:41, the westbound 401 ramp to Huron, Ontario. The right lane is blocked due to a collision. We'll have traffic and weather together.
680 News Time 7:39. This summer, witness the world's greatest tennis players compete for the Rogers Cup.
He's done it.
That's immense.
What a way to play the match, boys. You didn't call him out right on that. Really good use of the forehand from Murray. It's just good at it.
What incredible experience it live at Rogers Cup, presented by National Bank, August 4th to 12th at the Aviva Center. Single session tickets on sale now at RogersCup.com.
We still have a collision on Bathurst at DuPont, and you can expect lane restrictions all ways at Eglinton and Bathurst for construction.
680 News Time 7:40.
At Pfaff Leasing, we love to drive and are inspired by cars of every sort. All ages, all brands, all models. If it's got an engine, we're in. So, whether you're looking for your next luxury, vintage, or supercar, or already have your heart set on one, Pfaff Leasing can help you sift through the options and put it in your driveway. Because our goal is making your dream car a reality. Visit us today at pfaffleasing.com to discover how easy driving your dream can be. Pfaff, for the love of the road.
Sorry I'm late. I had to drop the kids off, and I forgot to lock the door. Oh, I think I left the coffee maker on.
You don't have home security and automation?
What do you mean?
With DSC, I get great home security, and I can lock my doors, turn off the lights or coffee maker from my phone or tablet with this app.
DSC could make my life a lot easier.
Get with the times, Cindy.
Get your DSC wireless home security and automation system installed by Grand Alarms with no disruption to your home. Call 1-877-657-0065 or visit grandalarms.com. 680 News Time 7:41.
Time for 680 News. Traffic and weather together on the ones for Martin Daniel Interiors. Here's Daryl Dahmer up in Skymaster 1.
I just fly over the 404 Steel. She's got a problem here. Northbound on the 404. We're going to give MTO a call about this. North 404, just north of the Steels overpass, third lane to the left. We've got some debris and a heavy truck that's just been moved to the shoulder. We'll give MTO a call about that. Watch out for it. Yourself out of the 404 Don Valley. You're going to find delays through Mulock, approaching Elgin Mills down to south of Major Mackenzie. Then slow going anywhere the southbound 404, south of Finch into the Shepherd Collectors to the 401 Reps, approaching Shepherd Express onto the Don Valley to south of Lawrence from the 680 Traffic Center, Jordan Kirk.
Well, you're going to find a very slow drive on the southbound 427. We still have problems going on. Southbound 427, south of the 401 in the Express. The left lane is blocked because of a collision. Emergency crews, MTO tow, all on scene. It's backed up now from south of Airport Road to south of the 401 in the Express, and backed up of both east and westbound 401 ramps. Southbound 410, delays from Sandalwood to Beauvert, and busy from Williams Parkway to Queen. On the northbound 427, people slowing to take a look. It's slow from Rathburn in the Express to approaching the 401. Eastbound QEW, delays building east of Bronte to 3rd, and then slow approaching Mississauga Road to Dixie. Eastbound on the Gardner Expressway, slow from approaching Park Lawn on and off to east of Dufferin. Martin Daniel Interior Spring Warehouse Sale is on now through March 17th. 32 years, one brand, to Martin Daniel Interiors, martindaniel.com. With the forecast, meteorologist Jill Taylor.
Well, some light flurries right now for Toronto and to the north and northwest GTA. We'll have the flurries at times today, tonight, chance for tomorrow as well. 1 or 2 centimeters of snow could accumulate over the 2 days. Our guaranteed high 3, -3 for the low, and about 2 for the high tomorrow with a strong northwest wind to about 50 kilometers per hour tomorrow. Rather cloudy on Thursday with the high about 4. Right now it feels like -9 with the wind out of the northwest at 18 kilometers per hour. Mostly cloudy, -3 is here, so -3 with some light snow flurries downtown at 680 News. The guaranteed high today, +3.
680 News Time, 7:43.
Now the TV Market Minute.
Live over to the Business Center. How are things going this morning, Mike Ethel?
Steady right now, Steve, as we're awaiting some key economic signals coming out at 8:30 this morning. The U.S. inflation report, which will have a market moving number in and around 2%, and to the upside for price pressures within that American economy, and that's going to likely raise some concerns about rising interest rates. And if that's the case, then what we're seeing right now for Dow futures being up 55 points is not necessarily what we're going to see at the 9:30 opening bell. So we're tracking this, and it's going to be an interesting day, nevertheless, as we've also got a couple of big names in technology making some moves in the early trade this morning. One is Apple, which is hitting yet another record high as its market value gets closer and closer to the $1 trillion threshold, and shares of Qualcomm down 5.25% after the Trump administration blocked a $117 billion buyout bid from rival Broadcom. The price for oil steady 61.38, Canadian dollar steady at 77.75 cents U.S. At the Business Center, I'm Mike Ethel.
Invest for yourself, not buy yourself, with 24/7 support in 4 languages. Only with TD Direct Investing, a division of TD Waterhouse Canada, Inc.
Still to come on 680 News.
Another popular Toronto business is closing. This one in Kensington Market. 680 News Time, 7:44.
Volvo knows there's no greater luxury than arriving safe and sound. That's why the Volvo XC90 combines the comforts of Scandinavian design with the protection of cutting-edge intelligent safety innovations, giving your family the luxury and protection they deserve. Lease the 2018 Volvo XC90 G6 from $699 a month at 1.9% APR for 48 months. Visit your GTA Volvo retailer or volvocars.ca for details.
Hey everyone, Sam from Best Brand Appliance. You already know we carry the best brands at the best prices, but today we're going to talk about the history of our company. We were first created, and a lot of people don't know this, but for builders, designers, contractors, we were doing a lot of wholesale, and then we opened up to the public. So I'm just here to remind everyone, if you are a builder, contractor, if you're a designer or kitchen company, we have such amazing programs for all you guys. And now we have 2 amazing locations in Toronto at Leslie York Mill and in Bonner Flagship at Highway 7 and the 427. If you're thinking premium appliances, there's only Best Brand Appliance.
This is All News Radio, 680 News.
Light snow -3 in downtown Toronto, wind chill -8. Good morning from the 680 News Broadcast Center. I'm Catherine Jacquet.
And good morning in for Paul Cook. I'm Steve Roberts here at the top stories this hour.
An SUV is wedged into the front of a house near College and Bathurst after an early morning crash. The 2 suspects took off. Air Canada says travelers could still experience delays flying through Pearson today after computer issues caused chaos yesterday. And another major winter storm also canceling flights to parts of the U.S. Northeast. It's the 3rd nor'easter threatening the region in just 2 weeks.
Now, Don Moore is the City Sports.
From Sportsnet 590 The Fan, here is Peter Rose.
Top of the Raptors sweepstakers tonight in Brooklyn. The statistics suggest this will be the Raptors' 9th win in a row. Raptors have scored over 100 points in 19 straight games, and the Nets have allowed 100 points in the last 6 games, 5 of which they've lost. Raptors have won 8 straight at 15 of their last 16. Game time is 7:30. It is live on Sportsnet 590 The Fan. TFC's got a massive match tonight, and the Reds are the Cuban of Mexico in the second leg of the CONCACAF quarterfinals. TFC won the first leg 2-1, so just needs a tie and, of course, a win to make the semifinals. Tonight's match is at the Estadio Universitario, also known as the Volcano. Maple Leafs have one more day off, then they'll host the Dallas Stars tomorrow night. Leafs have won a franchise record-tying 10 in a row on home ice. If they break the record, they'll do so without Austin Matthews. He may be back by the weekend. Toronto Marlies ice the Laval Rocket 4-1. Garrett Sparks 20 saves for the Marlies, giving them their 42nd win of the season. and that's the most in the AHL. Blue Jays absorbed a 6-4 loss from the Boston Red Sox. Kevin Pillar 3 for 3 with a walk. Jays are into Lake Buena Vista to take on the Braves today. Aaron Sanchez gets the start. No medals to report for Canada last night in the Paralympics in Pyeongchang. Canada 6th in the standings with 3 gold, a silver, and 4 bronze. Milos Raonic has a third-round match this afternoon at Indian Wells. He'll be going up against Yao Sousa. Last night, Venus Williams thumped her sister Serena 6-3, 6-4. First time since 2014 that the older sister has won when the two played each other. Sports at 15 to 45 past every hour, anytime. At sportsnet.ca/590.
680 News Time, 7:48.
At Sisley Honda, our family wants your family to drive our great deals during our Honda Dream Garage event. How would you like the AJAC 2018 Canadian Car of the Year parked in your garage? Lease an Accord LX from just $78 weekly at 2.99% for 60 months with 0 down. Taxes extra OAC. Go to SisleyHonda.com and visit Sisley Honda, 88 Steeles Avenue, just west of Yonge. I'm Hugh Sisley, and we're family-driven.
Hi, I'm Sherry Tabb, co-founder of the Herzig Eye Institute. Are you frustrated by your vision? Let us help you. Our surgeons are experts in 14 different vision correction procedures. I'm particularly excited about next-generation vision correction known as SMILE. Super advanced new technology, remarkable results, all explained for you on our website. Google High Definition Vision. Learn about Herzig. Call us for a consultation. There's no charge. Look after yourself. Promise me.
This health report is brought to you by Healthy Planet. 680 News Time, 7:49.
Taking medicine to the people is showing some remarkable results in the U.S., where researchers have come up with a novel way to treat the group most at risk of high blood pressure. Researchers at Cedars-Sinai in Los Angeles set up pharmacists trained to deal with high blood pressure in barbershops in hopes of treating African-American men who otherwise might not seek medical help. The men would come in for a haircut and get their blood pressure checked at the same time, resulting in major improvements. Some 64% of participants achieving safer blood pressure levels by the end of the study. The findings are in the new